Have you ever noticed how weird the word ketchup is? We all know it as the sweet and tangy tomato sauce that we put on our fries, but it doesn't really look like other English words, and the sequence of letters CHUP is fairly rare, so where does it come from? Despite its ubiquity in restaurants around the world, the origin of the word ketchup is unknown, but it is generally believed to derive from a Chinese fermented fish sauce called, depending on the dialect, ketchup or ketchup, either borrowed from Chinese directly or potentially via the Malay word for the same sauce, ketchup, which is also why it is sometimes spelled catsup. Cue the Simpsons joke. But if it started life as a fermented fish sauce, how did we get to the sweet and sour condiment that we know today? The evidence suggests that ketchup was brought to the UK in the 1600s, where people began adapting it to local tastes, including making it with mushrooms. And even today, mushroom ketchup is still available in the UK, but when people say ketchup, they almost unambiguously mean tomato ketchup, which was an 1800s innovation. Early recipes featured anchovies, potentially as a nod to its fish sauce roots. But over time, the recipe standardized to tomato, sugar, vinegar, seasonings, and spices. This version proved so popular that eventually both the sauce and the name for it found their way back to China, meaning that ketchup is an example of a reborrowing, also called a circular borrowing, which is when a word is borrowed from one language and then eventually borrowed back into that original language, albeit with a different meaning. Which, if you're interested, I also have a video on that.